What is up, guys? Adam and Brandon here from Strikeback Sport Fishing Adventures. We're here hanging out tonight at Minnow Tackle Shop, Fredericton's only locally owned tackle shop. So today we're going to talk about one of my favorite finesse presentations, the Big TRD made by Z-Man, as well as the VMC Rugby Jig. This is one of our favorite finesse techniques that we use here in the St. John River. It imitates many different types of bait fish that are out there in our system, and it's just a fish slayer straight up. So now I'm going to show you exactly how I rig it up and how it stands up on its own. So this is how I like to set this up. I push the worm just past the barb itself, push the hook out through the other side, slide the worm along the hook shank, placing it into the hook keeper, and then pushing the hook through the worm itself. And as a little tip, I like to skin hook just a bit of the worm to hide that hook and make it more weedless. And as you can see from this setup, how it stands up in the water, that tail just articulates, and as you drag along and hop, the buoyancy of the Z-Man material itself will keep this bait standing straight up, and the rugby jig head makes it rock slightly back and forth. It's an absolute bass slayer. These baits are very durable. They have extreme lifelike action. You can literally stretch them almost 2 feet and catch, I don't know, 100 fish on them.
Easy.
Absolutely. So we're going to talk about some specific Big TRD colors that we use here on our river.
Well, you know what, Adam? You always got to go with Old Faithful, green pumpkin. Doesn't matter where you're at, what river you're fishing, what lake you're fishing, you can't go wrong using green pumpkin. If you'd like to get into a little more bait fish colors, Z-Man offers a good one, Drew's Craw. Imitate more of like a minnow, a small bait fish. They also make one called Perfect Perch. If you got perch in your river system, that's a great bait fish that smallmouth, largemouth will feed on.
Absolutely, man. I really enjoy the Perfect Perch when it's a nice sunny day. It's very translucent and it works really well in clear water.
Absolutely.
I also like to use the Drew's Craw for a minnow presentation. I prefer to Texas rig that myself. So we're going to move on and talk about what type of line we like to use here. I personally prefer braid. Right here, Minnow Tackle Shop has J braid. It's made by Daiwa, has a really small diameter, and it's zero stretch. And the best thing is, with our stain that we have in our water, you don't necessarily need to use a leader with it. I prefer to use the 10-pound test when I'm finesse fishing, as I find heavier test line reduces the action of the bait itself. So now we're going to talk about rod selection. I personally prefer to use the Streamside Predator Elite 7-1 medium light fast tip.
Absolutely. You know what, Adam, you're absolutely right. I love to use the Streamside Predator Elite rods myself, especially with a fast tip. You need to have that action. You need to be able to feel your bait on the bottom so you know if you're going over logs, you're going over gravel, stumps. It's just nice to have that little bit of feel in the end of your rod. You'll feel the subtle bites as well.
Thanks again for tuning in and watching our Strikeback Sport Fishing Adventures Fast Tips video. We hope to see you on the water soon. You can check out all of our content on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, or check out our website at www.strikebacksportfishing.ca. Tight lines all.